Eric, thank you for joining me again.
Stephen, it's always a pleasure to be here. I look forward to what I'm sure will be a very different and interesting conversation.
Oh, absolutely. I like to bring the craziest news that isn't getting the big story attention that it should. I want to get your thoughts on this. We know that if President Trump says something, Democrats just immediately have to do the opposite, right? Like killing people is bad, they go out and kill. Criminals are bad, they should be in jail. They try to pass bills for criminals. Illegals are bad, they try to save them. Protecting the border is bad, they try to let people in the country. Well, now RFK Jr., Dr. Oz, President Trump, they make this announcement that this is just one of many things that they're going to be revealing. But a major first step is that acetaminophen, the main ingredient in Tylenol, could be one of the reasons it's disrupting the growth of the brain in children and leading to autism.
So I didn't think this show could get any more interesting after you said witches, but yet here we are. And so what I think about the announcement is I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical expert. I did see that Tylenol sent out a tweet from 2017 saying, hey, we don't actually recommend people take our products while pregnant. But Stephen, what we do here at the Government Accountability Institute and what I do on my podcast is we try to look at like the money behind things and why do status quos that seem less than ideal? How come they persist as status quos? How come they don't change? And one of the things we've talked about is the stranglehold that Big Pharma has over the media specifically, and therefore the conversations we have about how many drugs we are taking. Remember, Stephen, and you know this because you're a smart guy and you tell the truth to your audience, so your audience may not be surprised to hear this, but the United States is one of only 2 countries in the world that allow pharmaceutical companies to advertise on television, right? And so, the other one being New Zealand, which explains all the hobbits. So the fact that we're even we have somebody who's in charge of health in this country as RFK Jr. is, and he's standing up and he's saying a less positive thing about a drug. And he's saying, look, there may be a side effect that this drug's having on you that they're not telling you about. I welcome that level of disclosure. Now, Tylenol has the right to fight for their reputation. They can file lawsuits. They can do whatever. But I think having a conversation, if it's based on fact and based on science, I welcome that conversation. And quite honestly, I think the right side has earned the right to say things and be believed because, as you know, dude, we've been lied to by the left on scientific and medical things since COVID started. So I'm less inclined to take the side of science's side of it. And I welcome just the idea that, hey, maybe there is a piece of this that we're not considering. Let's see what they have to say.